but I would be on live for 30 minutes here, but it's okay. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa, and I am here with you. Accordance with titles, okay? Accordance with titles, yes, today we are roasting the Blaise Metreweli, and our roasting topic is the uh, British Airlines, particularly Virgin British Airlines, and the gender change in the purpose of MI6. Well, now let's see here what the points. Well, now, now I would notify you that who was the girl. Here is she, Blaise Metreweli. Uh, now, Blaise Metreweli provide 500,000 British pound on the mission's name, Mission Nettie Maria Stephen Day, England. Okay. And now, let's check it the points. Who is Blaise Metreweli? Blaise Metreweli is the first female chief in MI6, appointed on June 16, 2025, making the history moments in the agent of 116 years histories. Okay. And who is Blaise Metreweli? And here you can notify her points. It is she. Well, it is she. Okay. Now here you can notify. Well, now here the topic is about the security of England, and particularly here is topic is about the economics of England and associate with the securities. And here the security of England is the significant for our sovereignty of England, because in these times Blaise Metreweli is being the threat for England. How is it? I would show you. Okay. And now it is she, Blaise Metreweli, and okay. And here now it is the points. What is the what is her mission's name? Her mission's name is Nettie Maria Stephens Day, England. And what is the details of missions? And the details of mission is Colonel Coaster, Chief Executive Officer Day, Virgin British Airlines. And you can see before gender change surgery, Colonel Coaster is a man, and now accordance with the demonstrated story, after gender change surgery, Colonel Coaster becomes women's, and it is there the significant change at the moment. And here we can say who where I have found about him, Colonel Coasters. Here is Colonel Coasters, and here we can see Virgin Atlantics. If you can search Virgin Atlantics Colonel Coasters, you can get this articles. Okay, now here I would show you that how gender change is contains the significant negative effects on our points sovereignty of England. Okay. Uh, and now here we can see the points. Here as the moments. Okay, now here let's see. Before gender change, man Colonel Coaster could manufacture Virgin British plane. Here departure is London, England, and arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh. Via is Wellington, New Zealand, and who is the target? Target is Tasnim Jara. Okay, that means British Virgin Virgin British jet plane would be used for MI6 agents. Okay, now, and let's see who is Tasnim Jara. It is she, a Bangladeshi terrorist. Okay, now here we can see the flying distance is 31,003 kilometers and the flying time is 1 second. Here departure is London, England, and arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh. To eliminate Tasnim Jara, what is the via? Via is Wellington of New Zealand. Okay. Now here, don't ask me, I can be wrong. And here, let's see about the distance. Well, and here we can see the distance. Distance here departure is London, Greater London, England. Okay, and here we can see we can write here via Wellington, New Zealand. It is the via, and here we can click here. We can write the arrivals. Arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay, and now it is the points. The flying distance is 30,092 kilometers. That means almost at the round figure 31,000 kilometers. Okay. Now MI6 experience plane contains the weight is 200,000 kilograms. Okay. And what is the statistic energy? That is 15, 18 multiplied by 10 to the power 21 watts. Well, and what is the kinetic energy? The kinetic energy is 42.4584 trillion megawatts. Okay. Now here is the significant moments that how I can calculate. Well, and here is the significant moments that how I can calculate the kinetic powers of the weight of MI6 espionage plane to be from Virgin British Airlines, uh, where the flying distance is 31,000 kilometers and the flying time is 1 second. Here I can explain. Okay. Now here we can see, here I would say that how MI6 man agent loves the high velocity planes. That means the high speed planes, and how women MI6 agent hits high velocity planes. Okay, now here we can see. Now here topic is MI6 agent. A man MI6 agent has to eliminate Tasnim Jara, where Tasnim Jara is Bangladeshi terrorist. Yes. Now, Taslim Jara living in Dhaka, Bangladesh. And here, the point is that here departure MI6 man agent's departure is London, Greater London of England, and the arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh, where the flying via route is Wellington of New Zealand. And now MI6 agent want to arrive Dhaka, Bangladesh, and he would depart from London, England. Then he would go to Wellington of New Zealand. Then he would go to Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay. And now here the point is, accordance with London time, January 31, 2026, here we can see a man agent, MI6 agent, would depart London, the capital city of England, at morning 6 o'clock. And via the route of Wellington of New Zealand, he would arrive on Dhaka, Bangladesh as the London time of January 31, 2026 at 6 o'clock, 1 second past, to eliminate Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara. Here we can see, here flying distance would be 31,000 kilometers. But now here I would mention that the flying time is 1 second, where departure time is January 31, 2026 at morning 6 o'clock, and arrival time is January 31, 2026 at morning 6 o'clock, 1 second past. He would arrive on Dhaka. Okay, he would arrive on Dhaka, Bangladesh. Hence, that is means the velocity is 31,000 kilometer per second. And it is the great achievement, as we can see. And that is the achievement for the moments. And now, when we can calculate it, here is the points we have to calculate the kinetic energy accordance with Albert Einstein. But now, when a woman would travel 31,000 kilometers per second, 31,000 kilometers, then I would explain that why women hates high speed velocity of Virgin British Airlines. And here I would notify that points. Okay. And here we can see it is the before gender change. Man Cornell Coaster could manufacture the British Virgin planes. But now, here I would mention that how is that for women Cornell coasters. Okay. Now here we can see the women Cornell coasters could, after gender change, women Cornell coaster could manufacture Virgin British planes, where departure is London, England, arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh. And what is the via? Via is Wellington, New Zealand, and target is Tasnim Jara. Okay. Now here flying distance is 31,000 kilometers, and the flying time is 1,000 hours. That means 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 seconds. Okay. Now here is the points that what is 1000 hour. Okay, hours. Well, now let's see the points. 1000 multiple divided by 12, and what is the discounts? 83 multiple by 12 and 996. Okay, that is, well, 1000 hour is 83 days 4 hours. Okay, now here we can calculate half of weight of passenger planes uh, uh, is 100,000 kilograms. Well, now here is the moments, as we can see. When Colonel Costers, a chief executive officers of Virgin British Airlines, became women, here the significant change is she would generate a Virgin British plane where velocity would be 31 kilometer per hour. Okay, now here we can see how MI6 women agent works. Okay, MI6 women agent would travel 36 31,000 kilometers, where departure is London, the capital city of England, and arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh. And what is the via route? Via route is Wellington, the capital city of New Zealand. Well, here the flying distance is almost 31,000 kilometers high. And now, women MI6 agent loves the Virgin British plane as a MI6 planes, where the velocity would be 31 kilometer per hour, where men love Virgin British planes as MI6 planes with the velocity of 31,000 kilometer per second. And okay, and now here we can see, here I would mention the significant moments at the points. Well, now let's the driving points. Okay, now the departure time is, the departure date is January 31, 2026. Okay. Now let's see. Now calendar is 2026. Okay. Now what is 83 subtract by 28? Well, 83 subtract by 28 is 63. 63 subtract by 28 is 55. Well, after February, after the end of the February 28, 2026, the days would be 55. Now, 55 subtract by 31 is almost 34. That means after the end of March 31, 2026, the date would be, the date is 34th. That means that the arrival day would be May 4, 2026. Well, now when women MI6 agent would travel 31,000 kilometers, where departure is London, the capital city of England, and the arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh to eliminate Tasnim Jara. Now let's see what would be the points. The point would be here that women MI6 agent departure time would be January 31, 2026 at morning 6 o'clock. But she would arrive Dhaka, Bangladesh in the arrival time of May 4, 2026 at morning 10 o'clock. Okay. Now here we can see that would be 83 days 4 hours delay. Now in 83 days 4 hours delay, here we can notify Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara would prepare would get a time to prepare against women MI6 agent, and she would be escaped from the espionage of MI6 agent, or she would counter the espionage of MI6 agent. And here we can see that how the gender change of Colonel Coaster, the Chief Executive Officer of Virgin British Airlines, can compromise the MI6 agents' espionage times. But when a man MI6 agent would get the Virgin British Airlines, man MI6 agent would be the customer of man Colonel Coasters, the chief executive officers of Virgin British Airlines, where Colonel Coaster did not change his genders. When Colonel Coaster did not change his gender, his customer would be man MI6 agent who loves the aeroplane with the velocity of 31,000 kilometers per second. Okay. But when Colonel Coaster would change his gender, you can say that the Colonel Coaster would contain only women MI6 agent as a customers who loves espionage Virgin British plane with the velocity of 31,000 kilometers, 31 kilometers per hour. Okay. Now let's get the summaries. When Colonel Coaster remains man, he can produce espionage plane with the velocity of 31,000 kilometers per second. When he would change his gender, he can produce MI6 espionage plane with the velocity of 31 kilometers per hour. Now here we can see where is 31 kilometer, where is 31,000 kilometers per second and where is 31 kilometers per hour. It is the significant change of 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 times velocity decrease. And here I can show that that is Blaise Metreweli wants to provide the toxic feminism in the vehicles of Mi6, particularly the spinach plane of Mi6, because when Blaise Metreweli can promote toxic feminism um, in the velocity of Mi6 planes, here the Mi6 espionage can be compromised to eliminate the, the Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara, and that Blaise Metreweli wants. Okay, and here we can see that is the significant moments that I am scared. Okay, now second point is the travel times. When Cornel Coaster remains man, he can produce uh, an aeroplanes for Mi6 agent where the velocity is 31,000 kilometers in 1 second. But where uh, Cornel Coaster would change his gender, she could manufacture an Mi6 plane that can travel 31,000 kilometers in 1,000 hours. Okay, now where travel time distances 31,000 kilometers, where is 1 second and where is 1,000 hours? That is 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 times uh, delays, and that is Blaise Metreweli wants. Okay, hi, salam. Okay, now here we can see that is the points that why Blaise Metreweli provides 5,000, 500,000 British pound on missions, where mission name is Mission Neti Maria Stephen Day, England. Because if we can change the gender of Colonel Coaster, the chief executive officers of uh, Virgin British Airlines, hence where customer would be Mi6 agent of Colonel Coasters, where man Colonel Coasters could manufacture a planes who can travel 31,000 kilometers in 1 second. Women Colonel Coaster can travel can manufacture airplanes that can travel 31,000 kilometers in 1,000 hours, and that is the compromisations for espionage to eliminate the Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara. Okay, here we have discussed the velocity difference and the timing difference. But now let's time to discuss the points about the kinetic powers. Okay, now here we can see when Colonel Coasters remains man's, his manufactured plane can travel 31,000 kilometers in 1 second. Hence, the point is here when the velocity is over 30,000, we can calculate kinetic powers in the equations of Albert Einsteinian kinetic rules. Okay, and now here is the points that we can say what is the kinetic rules. Well, and now here let's check about the kinetic rules. And the checking point is the significance. Well, now what is the equations of kinetic energy according with Albert Einstein? That is here distance. That is weight of spinach mi6 spinach plane multiplied by speed of light square multiplied by bracket of length subtract by 1. And now what is what is weight of mi6 spinach plane multiplied by speed of light square? That is the potential velocities. Okay. Now here we can now here mi6 spinach plane velocities is weight is 200,000 kilograms, because half of weight of mi6 spinach plane is 100,000 kilograms. Well, now we know what is the speed or velocity of light, that is 300,000 kilometer per second. That means 3 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now let's check it. What is the what is speed or velocity of light squares? That is 9 multiplied by 10 to the power 16 meter square per second square. Well, now let's say what is weight of mi6 spinach plane multiplied by speed of light square, that is 200,000. Okay. Now here we can see in this points could not say properly. Well, here when we can say the half of weight of here we can say the what is weight of multiple weight of mi6 spinach plane multiplied by velocity of light squares, that is here we can see 200,000 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 10 to the power 16. Now here the observation says what is the multiplications between 10 to the power 5 and 10 to the power 16, that is 10 to the power 21. And what is 2 multiplied by 9? That is 18. Hence, the potential energy is 18 multiplied by 10 to the power 21. And here we can see, and what is the equations of kinetic powers here? The kinetic powers equation is m divided by, mi6 spinach plane divided by flying time enter multiplied by speed of light square enter multiplied by bracket of lambda subtract by 1. Okay, now here we can see lambda subtract but here when the observation says when flying time is 1 second, kinetic power is kinetic energy, because when flying time is 1 second, flying time is square is equal to flying time cube equal to flying time to the power 7 equal to flying time to the power triple six. But when that is possible because 1 is equal to 1 square equal to 1 cube equal to 1 to the power 7 equal to 1 to the power triple six. That is the points. Okay. And now here we can say that is the significant moments at the point to be noticed that here significant points is clear cut moments. Now let's see what is lambda. Lambda is 1 divided by square root of 1 subtract by v square divided by c square. Well, now here what is velocity? Velocity is 31,000 km per second. And what is speed of light? That is 300,000 km per second. Now what is v divided by c? That is almost 31 divided by 300. Well, and here we can say the points. What is the value of lambda? The value of lambda is almost 1.0023588. Hence, lambda subtract by 1 is 2.3588 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 3. Here. And here we can say the kinetic power is, here we know the value of lambda subtract by 1, that is 2.3588 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 3. And here the value of weight of mi6 exponential plane multiplied by speed of light square is 18 multiplied by 10 to the power 21. And here we can say the calculation says that that could be 42.4581 billion megawatts. That was the points. But that was kinetic power when Cornell coasters remains man. But when Cornell coasters can change his genders, here we can see the significant moments. Okay. Now here we can see the when Cornell coaster change his gender, how can say the kinetic powers? Okay. Now here we can see when Cornell Coaster, the chief executive officers of Virgin British Airlines, change his gender, she can produce a plane with the velocity of 31 km per hour. That means here flying distance is 31,000 kilometers. Hence, the flying time would be 83 days 4 hours. That means 1,000 hours. Well, and now that is the significant change I can understand. Okay. Now the significant change is the significant points. Now here when Cornell Coaster can change his gender, her manufacturing plane contains the kinetic power with the equations of Newton kinetic powers. Okay, now as we can calculate what is the equations of Newtonian kinetic powers, that is here half of weight of mi6 exponential plane multiplied by distance square divided by travel time cube. Okay, here half of weight of distance of mi6 exponential plane is 100,000 kilograms, and here distance is 31,000. Okay, here is 31,000 kilograms. That means 31,000 kilometers. That means 31 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 meters. Hence, here distance square is 31 square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square meter square. Okay. Now, what is travel time cube? We know here travel time is 1000 hours. That means here 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 seconds. Hence, the travel time cube is 36 cube multiplied by 10 to the power 5 cube. Okay. Now here we can see, well, 10 to the power 6 square is 10 to the power 12. And here we can see 10 to the power 5 cube is 10 to the power 15. 10 to the division of 10 to the power 12 and 10 to the power 15 is 10 to the power negative 3. And here we can see the points. What is 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 3? That is here 10 to the power 2. 10 square. Well, now what is 31 square? That is 961. Well, what is 36 cube? That is 6 to the power 6. Well, the calculations becomes the bracket of 961 divided by bracket of 6 to the power 6 double bracket close, enter multiple by 10 square. And what is the result? The result is 2.06 watts. Well, now let's get the check. When cornel coasters remains man, mi6 exponential plane contains the velocity of 31,000 kilometers per second, where travel time is 1 second. Hence, the kinetic power is 42.4584 billion megawatts. But when our cornel coaster change his gender, she can produce mi6 exponential plane where travel velocity is 31 kilometer per hour. Travel time is 31. Travel time is 1000 hours. Hence, the kinetic power is 2.06 watts. Well, and here the velocity timing is the significant moments when when cornel coasters remains man. Kinetic power equation is Einsteinian kinetic power. But when cornel coaster change his gender, kinetic powers equation becomes the Newtonian kinetic power. And now here is the significant decrease that of the plane quality that uh, where the customer is MI6 agent that Blaise Metreweli wants, and that is the toxic feminism on MI6 espionage plane, and the promotion of toxic feminism. Blaise Metreweli provides 5,000 British pound to change the gender of Colonel Coaster, the chief executive officers of Virgin British Airlines. And that is the significant moment. Okay, and now here we can say the significant points at I could ensure that how why uh, Blaise Metreweli wants to change the gender of Cornell coasters. That is the moments I would show the reasons. Okay. Now here we can say, well, it is here. The Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara. Okay. Now here we can see the significant points. Well, now here Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara provides 2000 billion bitcoins to MI6 agent director Blaise Metreweli. What is the purpose? Purpose is to applying gender research on Colonel Coasters, the chief executive officers of Virgin British Airlines. Just get the note that the mission name is Mission Nettie Maria Stephens Day, England. And what is the purpose of Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara? Applying gender research of Nettie Maria Stephens on Colonel Coaster, the chief executive officer of Virgin British Airlines. Now let's see what is the purpose. Bangladeshi terrorist content Bangladeshi Airlines where departure is Dhaka, Bangladesh, arrival is London, England, and what is the target? Target is University of Oxford in England, and now here via is Cape Town of South Africa. Okay. Now here via is Cape Town, South Africa. Well, I did not mention. I see. And the distance is 20,000 kilometers, and the time is 60 seconds. Now let's see. Half of weight of Bangladeshi plane is 100,000 kilograms. Well, the kinetic power is 278 million megawatts. Now here we can notify the points. Okay, and here this is the continuous points. But now the significant moment, as we can say, well, Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara would travel the Oxford University of England where target is the University of Oxford in England. Well, and here several brilliant students studying in Oxford University are the target of Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jana. Huh. And here we can see she contains Bangladeshi Airlines. The travel departure is Dhaka, Bangladesh at the Bangladeshi time February 1, 2026 at the morning 6 o'clock, and arrival on Oxford University of England would be arrival time on February 1, 2026, Moscow, February 1, 2026 at the morning 6 o'clock, 1 minute past. That means in the 1 minute travel time from the departure of Dhaka, Bangladesh, and their route is what is the beer route? Beer route is Cape Town of South Africa. Travel, they would arrive at the target, where target is University of Oxford in England, and where target is several brilliant students and several meritorious professors studying and teaching in Oxford, University of Oxford in England. And who was the attacker? Bangladeshi terrorist group under Tasnim Jara. But here we can see the their travel time is 1 minute, and their fasting travel time is 1 minute. But when Colonel Coasters, but when we can see Colonel Coasters remains man, MI6 Xpennage plane would depart London, England, and the beer route of Wellington of New Zealand. It can arrive on Dhaka, Bangladesh, and in the journey of 1 second. Well, here Bangladeshi terrorist plane contains journey of 1 minute, and here Englander Espionage plane journey would be 1 second. Now here we can see Bangladeshi terrorists would get no idea that in the time of 1 divided by 60 fraction, journey start now, but 1 second later, Englander MI6 espionage plane attacks Bangladeshi terrorist plane. That is the significant moments and the points. And that Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara did not like. Hence, she provides Blaise Metreweli 2,000 bitcoins. Hence that Blaise Metreweli can change the gender of Colonel Coster, the chief executive officer of Virgin British Airlines, in 500,000 British pound. And here we can, and what is the effect on the change? The effect on change is significant, the points. Effect on change is that now here, okay, and now Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara would depart Dhaka, Bangladesh and arrive the London, England, where target is University of Oxford. They could attack in 1 minute with the travel time of 200. The 20,000 kilograms to multiple by 10 to the power 4 kilometers. And what is the velocity of Englander espionage plane? That would be 31 kilometer per hour when we got women colonel coasters as the chief executive officers of British Virgin airplanes. And here we can say that would be the points MI6 espionage plane under the manufacturer of women Cornell coasters. The travel time on would be 1000 hours with the travel distance of 31,000 kilometers. And in these points here, the significant moment would be like that. Bangladeshi terrorist plane would attack Oxford University in almost 2000 times, and MI6 espionage plane could not do anything. In the points, MI6 espionage plane would be helpless uh, in front of Bangladeshi terrorist airplanes. That is the achievement of Blaise Metreweli, the MI6 directors. Hence that Blaise Metreweli provide 5,000 kilometers, 500,000 British pounds to change the gender of chief executive officers of Virgin British airplanes. Okay, now let's see at the points. Okay, now here everything is not the fun for that. Well, now let's see about the points. When we got man Cornell coasters, what would be the fuel system? The fuel system would be artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And as the effects, here we can see the necessary fuel weight would be 4.23 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 639 picograms. But when we can see we can see the Cornell Coaster gender has been changed and he became women's. Now, what is her plain fuel system? The fuel system would be petrols. And what is the necessary petrol volume? That is almost 973 trillion liters of petrols. Okay. And here we can see the change. Well, now let's say the topics. Well, okay. Now let's see that what is going on. The here we can see when the fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius, where the plane velocity is 31,000 kilometers per second, where travel distance is 31,000 kilometers and the travel time is 1 second. Now let's see what is the points. The points is significant moments. Mi-6 explorers plane contains the weight of 200,000 kilograms. And accordance with Einsteinian kinetic powers, we know the here we know the significant kinetic power calculation is 42.4584 billion megawatts. And now here we can assume is at 42, 45, 84 multiplied by 10 to the power 14 watts. It is the points, kinetic powers. Because here kinetic powers is kinetic energy when the distance is when the travel time is 1 second. And here the equations of fuel weight is of course kinetic powers divided by bracket of engine capability multiplied by specific heat of fuel multiplied by temperature of fuel. Okay. Now here we can see the points. Temper and when the fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. Hence, the here specific heat would be 15,408 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. And we know that we have mentioned the temperatures. Well, engine capability is 98%. Hence, the calculations becomes 4.23 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 639 picograms. It is the points. But when we can see the gender of Colonel Coaster has been changed, the significant moment is very significant. Well, the significant moments is like that. It is a here fuel would be petrols under women Colonel Coaster, Chief Executive Officers of Virgin British Airlines. And what is the fuel volumes? Okay, we know that fuel volume is okay. Now let's check at the points. We know the fuel weight is fuel weight density multiplied by fuel volumes. Okay. The fuel volume is kinetic energy divided by bracket of engine capability multiplied by specific heat of fuel multiplied by temperature distance of fuel bracket close. And that is the points to be noticed. And when Cornell coastal is women's, here what is the velocity of a plane? That is 31 kilometer per hour. When that is the 31 kilometer per hour, you can see the meaning of the velocity of 31 kilometer per hour is that when the flying distance is 31,000 kilometers, flying time would be 1,000 hours. Okay. Now, here the calculation, the equation we can write here. Well, petrol weight equal to half of weight of Mi6 espionage plane multiplied by distance square divided by bracket of travel time cube multiplied by engine capability, well, multiplied by a specific heat of petrol multiplied by temperature distance of petrols. And here the equation we can write that petrol volume equal to half of weight of Mi6 espionage plane multiplied by distance square divided by bracket of travel time square multiplied by engine capability multiplied by engine petrol density multiplied by specific heat of petrol multiplied by here temperature distance of petrols. Here temperature distance of petrol is 50 degrees Celsius. Specific heat of petrol is 2 joule per kilogram per kelvin. Engine capability is 98% and engine density of petrol is 0.7778 kilogram per liters. On the other hand, the flying distance is 31,000 kilometers and the flying half of weight of Mi6 espionage plane is well, the half of weight of Bangladeshi terrorist plane. Oh, I think it would say Mi6 espionage plane would be almost 100,000 kilograms. Hence, the petrol volume of Mi6 espionage plane is 973 million liters of petrols. That is where Mi6 espionage plane velocity is 31 kilometer per hour, but the distance is 31,000 kilometers. And that is the significant negative points as we can see. But now, here we can show that points is how that is proposed Bangladeshi terrorist. Okay, here I have almost 2 minutes here. Okay, now here we can see the points. Here Bangladeshi terrorist contents fuel is petrols, and here necessary petrol weights is uh, 22 quadrillion liter of petrol Blaise Metreweli would pay. Okay, and what is the cost? The cost is, well, Bangladeshi terrorist plane contains the velocity of 20,000 kilometers per minute, and that is the waste. Well, now it is the simple way. Uh, when Mi-6 Esplanade plane contains 31,000 kilometers per second and Bangladeshi terrorist plane contains 20,000 kilometers per minute, Mi-6 Esplanade plane can easily defeat Bangladeshi terrorist plane. But when Mi-6 Esplanade plane contains 31 km per hour, where Bangladeshi terrorist plane contains 20,000 km per minute. Now here we can see the significant moments at the points. That would be here 30,000 Mi-6 Express plane cannot counter the attack from Bangladeshi terrorist plane. And that is the wish of Bangladeshi, that is the wish both of Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara and the Mi-6 director Blaise Metreweli. Well, Mi-6, we know Mi-6 is the England's Foreign Intelligence Agency. Well, England's intelligence agency is British Secret Intelligence Service, where internal intelligence agency is Military Intelligence Sector 5 and the Foreign Intelligence Agency is Military Intelligence Sector 6. And here Blaise Metreweli became the director of Mi-6 in June 15, 2025. And what is the significant achievements for Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara? The significant moments is like that. Now, Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara can provide 2,000 bitcoins to the director of Mi-6 to change the gender of chief executive officers of British Virgin Airlines, where British Virgin Airlines chief executive officers is Colonel Costers. Because here Mi-6 director is now a woman, and that is the significant sovereignty threat for England, as we can see. Here. Now here we can notify the points. Well, I think we have just 3 minutes. Now, let's see. Population of students in University of Oxford. Oxford. Now, well, now here we can see The population of student in University of Oxford is almost 27,160 students. Now here we can find uh, well here we can see the copy. Cambridge University is the second best university of England. Well, now here we can see Cam Cam Cambridge. Well, Cambridge. Well, here Cambridge University is student is approximately 24,912. Okay. Uh, Now here let's see the points. Here the calculator is significance of Oxbridge students 27,160. Uh, well, that would be sum by okay. That would be sum by here 24,912. Okay, that is here almost 52,072 students. Well, now let's see here we can see the points that 52,072 students are studying in Oxford, both of University of Oxford and the University of Cambridge. And here we can say, how can we learn the University of Oxford and University of Cambridge? Okay, we have no time to talk about the politics. Now let's talk about the science. Well, we know the equations of kinetic energy. We know the equations of kinetic powers, and we know the automobile engineering to manufacture a car with the velocity of 27,000 kilometer per second or the velocity of 31,000 kilometer per second. And now here I am showing you that what we can learn from Oxford University and Cambridge University. Here is the population of Oxford University. Here is the population of Cambridge University, and here is the population of Oxford University. Both from Oxford University and Cambridge University, what we can learn? Okay, we can learn that how what is the calculations how we can manufacture a Virgin British plane with the velocity of 31,000 kilometer per second, where our fuel would be artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of uh, my God, a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. That is the points we can learn from Oxford University and Cambridge University. And here, with the donations of Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara, know that how Bangladeshi terrorist plane can contain the velocity of 20,000 km per minute, where the fuel would be petrol of 22 quadrillion, liters of petrols. And here, that is the points to be noted, Milords. That is the points to be noted, that how we can control the velocity of the we can control the high speeds at the moments. That is the matters, that how we can learn in Oxford University and Cambridge universities. And now the problem, that is the problem is, Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara knows that if Oxford University and Cambridge University would remains, England would be still in the top level of educations. And here several Englander would work for NASA and work for Israel and work for Germany, that and teach them that how we can manufacture a plane with the uh, velocity of 31,000 kilometers, where the fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 decillion degrees Celsius. And that the Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara did not want. And that is the problems of Blaise Metreweli. Because when Blaise Metreweli became the MI6 director, she knows that Blaise Metreweli's designation is automatically replaceable in 3 milliseconds, because Blaise Metreweli contains no skill to become the MI6 director. Blaise Metreweli became MI6 director only in the hand of Prime Minister Keir Starmer and Corruption Minister Tulip Siddiqui, where Corruption Minister is the princess of Bangladeshi Prime Minister dynasty. And that is the point. That is the point, that how Blaise Metreweli is the threat for the sovereignty of England to promote toxic feminism in England. That is the point for me. And now my time is over, and I would go to breakfast. See you then. Khuda Hafiz. Love you. Now, Blaise Metro.